Welcome to Our Kids, sponsored by Jefferson County Public Schools. I'm Atherton High School correspondent Amelia Barber. This February, we'll take a look at some of the things students have been doing in class, how our community is showing compassion, and we'll see how students are getting ready for their careers. As the coronavirus kept students from attending class in person for a while, let's take a look at one of the NTI days at Hazelwood Elementary.
Welcome to Hazelwood Elementary School. We are starting our first day of non-traditional instruction.
I have an ABC chart here with me, and you guys actually have one in your NTI folder.
We are doing a mix of both asynchronous and synchronous lessons. In first grade, it is incredibly important that students have a pencil in their hand and they're writing and putting the things that we talk about into practice. So we have some live lessons that we'll be meeting together. We're going to do some virtual guided reading.
Ice cream. And what letter starts the word ice cream?
You're going to see students engaged in personalized learning. We have students in small groups, we have students in whole group lessons, and we have students in one-on-one lessons. The teachers will engage in breakout lessons, in guided reading groups, and in math groups. And really it's just all about keeping that rigorous instruction and reviewing the standards that we have taught and keeping the students engaged in learning. Even though they're not in the building receiving the instruction, the rigor has not changed, the expectations have not changed. And so you will see what you would see if you were in this building, students engaged, having fun, building a community, and just overall the love of learning.
And when people hear first grade, I think that they assume that there's probably some chaos, but they're really awesome kids, and I think that they're just excited to see everybody. So, it's part of our expectations that we find a spot that works for us at home or at daycare, wherever they are, and they stay there during that time, that we have our mics muted when we're not sharing, that we look and listen.
The biggest difference is that we all have experience, but our first through fifth grade students have been through this before, and our teachers have been through this before.
All right, thank you, Kaden, for unmuting. Aussie and Isaiah.
Having a little bit of history of NTI makes it a bit easier to integrate technology within instruction in the classroom. So there's not such a big learning curve going into NTI because they've seen the things before. My students have pets, and I would have never been able to see their dog if I weren't on a Google Meet with them. And I think additionally, we wear a mask at school, so being on the computer, it's like their first time seeing my whole face. And I think that makes it kind of neat.
JCPS Nutrition Services opened their drive-through meal pickup sites when JCPS was in NTI.
We're in NTI 3.0, so we've pivoted to doing curbside meals. Our staff has done wonderfully planning. We started planning last week for this. We knew that it was coming, and we were ready to flip a switch. So here at Hazelwood, last year they did about 190 meals a day. It's one of our larger sites, so we're expecting a lot of flow this week.
There you go. All right, thank you.
We are 69% free and reduced district, which means we have a lot of need and a lot of hunger out there. We have served since the start of the pandemic over 15 million meals, 7 million meals just since August this year.
We've been pretty busy. We prepped 100 meals, and we're already at 82, and we started at 11.
A cheesy pull apart, and then for breakfast we have cereal.
It's the same process pretty much that we've perfected throughout the pandemic. We're used to doing it. This week we're going to be serving 2 meals on Tuesday and 2 meals on Thursday.
We got a frozen burrito, a CACFP meal.
We have the best staff going anywhere. And I'll say that nationwide because I talk to districts all across the country. And from the awesome folks at the Nutrition Service Center that make and distribute the meals, all the drivers, all the clerks in central office that process all the orders and make sure we get food in the back door. That's been our most difficult portion, to those that are doing the work out on the curb. We make it happen every day for students.
Virtual reality brings the heat to Fern Creek High School fire science students. They're using technology to give more immersive and engaging experiences.
He's on the scene. We can already see some smoke and fire coming from the building.
What I went through was basically just a training, hearing the sounds of the crackling, putting out the fire with the water or foam, feeling a lot of heat because, it's hot in this gear.
So virtual reality is the future of JCPS, and that future is here right now. At Fairdale, and obviously here at Fern Creek, students are training in virtual reality scenarios the same way that professionals across the country are doing it.
This VR, as the chief said, gives us an opportunity to put students in what would be traditionally a very dangerous environment into a realistic environment and let them learn about communications, let them make mistakes, change scenarios, let them experience things that we experience on the fireground.
The VR system has given us a mental and physical feeling of how to mitigate fires. It has allowed us to get a feel for how to make decisive decisions, how to be quick on our feet, and it overall instills confidence in how to solve issues that are handed in our way.
There's no way to replicate the experience of going into a burning building, the heat, the smoke, the unknowns, but we've built a safe environment for the students to train here. And because it's VR and the way this system is set up, we can transition the students in and out of the system very quickly, and they get more hands-on training than if we were doing this in a traditional way like we do out at the Fire Academy.
I really enjoyed this program because it gives you a really hands-on and interactive experience. It also gives you the opportunity to interact with firefighters firsthand and learn about what they do on a daily basis.
One of the exciting things about this program is the opportunity that these students will have coming out of school with training to be able to plug into a volunteer combination organization and start that career path without any hesitation. When students graduate, they can immediately come across the street or at other agencies surrounding us and get on an ambulance and provide that continued care and support that we're not able to get outside of here.
Students in Iroquois High School's Building Trades career pathway heard firsthand how their education could lead to a good-paying job.
Iroquois High School senior Davion Burton is learning the skills to become a plumber. He's in the Building and Plumbing career pathway as part of Iroquois' Academies of Louisville program.
We're doing a lot of stuff like cutting pipes, soldering.
On this day, Davion and students studying in Iroquois' other trade pathways, carpentry, welding, electric, and masonry, are participating in a building and trades career fair at the school.
The pathway I'm choosing in plumbing, it's not really too many people that's willing to do plumbing. So we're trying to convince them that it's not just nasty touching toilets and stuff. It's more stuff and it's a lot of money into it.
We have a career option, different trades. They walking around like getting different, seeing what jobs they want to do. People telling them about different jobs, different pays and stuff. See what career they want to get into when they get out of school.
It's sponsored by JCPS's Diversity, Equity, and Poverty Office.
It's important that we connect these students to not only the career fields, but making sure that they see themselves and their future because they see people that look like them already doing the job. And that brings a lot of hope, not only to them, but the whole school in general.
It's all about what you know. It's all about how you invest in yourself.
JCPS maintenance and trades employees are here manning the tables and talking to hundreds of students, most of them black or of color. One of those JCPS employees is Desmond Duncan. Duncan took an entry-level job with JCPS 15 years ago, climbing the career ladder to become the area maintenance manager at Jefferson High School. He was recently promoted to the district coordinator for renovations and maintenance.
It's a great feeling to know you work for a place that values hard work, commitment to leadership, and also awards work ethic and quality of work.
Now these students in Iroquois' Academies program are hearing Duncan's message.
Say do what you have to do today so that you can do what you want to do tomorrow.
I want to be a plumber when I grow up, for real, because I really like it. I mean, I know it's not a lot of female plumbers. My teacher is telling me they make good money and stuff, so now I really want to be one.
She'll get that opportunity.
With the academies that we have, there are opportunities for students to not only be college ready, but also gain career readiness so that they can step into the workforce.
A first-year teacher at Grace James Academy shares her experiences in the classroom.
Hello, hello. My first day, it was different, but it was definitely really good. So if you have your iPads, let's get those out. It ended I was like, oh my gosh, is it really over already? And the next table is gonna do that, and then we'll say everyone's as well. It was my classroom, and it was like I was creating the culture that I wanted to create in my classroom. I mean, one of them did say, how old are you? Hopefully in a couple of months, my classroom's just running, and I'm here for support and definitely teaching them, but they're also teaching me as well. It's going pretty good. I think that definitely in August, I was thinking, oh, this is gonna be a little bit easy. No. It's not easy at all. It's definitely still working.
She is high energy.
relates very well to our students.
At the beginning of the year, everyone didn't really know how to pronounce her name, and so everyone was saying different things. She was like, just call us Miss D.
Since she is also around our age, she can relate to us. She makes math fun.
There were a lot of misconceptions. Definitely we have that connection with me like looking like them. I think it also goes beyond that too, because I am younger too, so that relating to, oh, well, I know what the latest TikToks are or that kind of stuff. So it definitely helps. I do see sometimes being young is a con, because they'll be like, oh, well, you're just 10 years older than us. And I'm like, yes, I am 10 years older than us, but I'm still an adult and you still have to respect me. So that there's pros and there's cons there. What has to be in the numerator? Your rise. I think I definitely got the you need to build relationships, but that's a given from college, but they're not like, oh, make sure you're consistent with your expectations. Make sure you're calling those parents because it can get bad. They never really told me that, so it's learning in progress still.
2, which will give you 10.
I feel like she tries to give us like projects that relate to our math to get us to like related to real world problems.
It's where the line is meeting the y-axis. Yes, I am glad I'm a teacher. I don't think I could see myself anywhere else.
We've got more JCPS stories coming up. Stay tuned.
I am Cynthia Fields, a language arts teacher at W.E.B. DuBois Academy.
All right.
I worked for the federal government, the U.S. Postal Service, for 33 years.
Let's get this educational celebration started.
This revelation came to me, can I be the teacher that I never had? I took that challenge. I became college and career ready. And this is where I am today.
I'm thankful for all my scholars being here today.
What I want my scholars to get each and every day of this classroom, to know that their voice matters, they matter, they are important. I also want to teach them what academia looks like in the classroom.
That you did on your first math test, and what would be the result?
On the other side of success is difficulties. It's things that don't go well, but you don't stop there. If you don't give up, you will be successful.
I learned how to determine things.
Every day is a day of Thanksgiving, and I'm going to give it to them. I'm going to tell them who they are. I'm going to tell them the greatness they have within, and I'm going to get them college and career. Every last one of my scholars would know how to do an essay. I am Cynthia Fields, and I am JCPS.
I love my school.
My teachers care about me and my success.
JCPS has prepared me for what's next.
I am JCPS.
I am JCPS.
I am JCPS.
Welcome back to Our Kids. I'm Atherton High School correspondent Amelia Barber. JCPS bus drivers drove 20 buses loaded with donated items to Western Kentucky to assist families impacted by recent tornadoes in the area. The items were collected as part of the Stuff the Bus campaign.
And here at JCPS, we immediately jumped at the chance to be able to help and support those who've been impacted by the tornadoes. So for those of you who saw our Stuff the Bus campaign in action, you know how moving it was. You know how much it meant to the community to be able to play some part in helping out one another.
We're all connected, and we felt like, there was a need, and we just wanted to help. I just wanted to help out.
It's for people that don't have anything.
Diapers, baby food, canned food, boxed food, tarps. They're going to Glendale first because that is a place where we can store some of the items, the supplies that were collected.
I'm just excited to be here today to recognize this community for stepping up, specifically the JCPS family for stepping up. And we ended up with 19 buses full of supplies for the families, educators, the community of Western Kentucky. And it just makes me proud to be a part of this JCPS family. Just to see 19 buses are going to be rolling down I-65 to support our families. And of course, our JCPS bus drivers stepped up, which is this awesome group of people on their holiday, their vacation, time away. They're stepping up to drive these buses.
Bowling Green is my hometown, so it's an honor to be able to represent JCPS and our community for this community service. I appreciate the opportunity.
It's personal to me because my daughter's a student down at WKU.
This is truly an honor to be able to take time out today to represent JCPS and the other bus drivers and the other departments today.
One of the areas that was hardest hit is some of our neediest families in the Bowling Green area.
Diapers go where we started.
Paper, tissue paper, toilet paper, right here miscellaneous in this room.
You can take food directly into that room.
Thank you guys so much for the work that you did. And public schools take care of public schools.
Check out the great work that the JCPS Pupil Personnel Reengagement teams are doing to help students and families in need.
And this is a kid that's not enrolled. Got it?
Patrick Jackson is not a detective, but he plays one at JCPS.
Is there any way we can help you guys getting her enrolled in the school?
Tracking down students who aren't enrolled or haven't been in school for several days or weeks. Jackson is part of the JCPS Reengagement team.
Let us know, because we just want her in school.
We have people working no-show lists. They are calling, they are emailing, they are texting. We are going beyond and trying to find new addresses. We're doing home visits.
I am just calling to see how I can help get Jerika back enrolled in school.
Angela Biebelhauser says before school buildings shut down for COVID in 2020, there were court petitions for 350 to 400 truant students, a low number for a large urban school district. So far this school year, 0 court petitions have been filed as the team works overtime to find kids and help them, not punish them or their families.
Right now we're hearing a lot of, well, I'm an older guardian, I'm the grandparent of the child, I don't want COVID brought in my house, I'm ill. So how do we address that through homeschool or a home hospital or some of the different programs we have to offer, or even outside programs? So we are definitely going in the extra mile.
4th grade module books that they work out of, and I have another set.
Part of that extra mile involves being a gumshoe, making a home visit to a student's last known address to try and find out what's going on in the home, build some trust, and try to get the child back in the classroom.
That day could be 20 home visits, finding kids who didn't show up at the beginning of the year to their school that they were assigned to. A lot of times they've moved out of county, out of state. So we try to track them down.
Hey, how you doing? Shafaro Moore with Jefferson County Public Schools.
That's what Reengagement team members, including Shafaro Moore, do every week, along with delivering schoolwork and Chromebooks to students who aren't in school but studying from home.
All right, you have a wonderful day.
Okay, you
too.
too.
Thank you. We just want to give them all the support and resources that we can and try to help them get back into the normal routine of going to school and being productive citizens.
Hi, my name is Carrie Willis, and I work with Pupil Personnel with JCPS.
Carrie Willis is a counselor who focuses on finding older teens who have dropped out, encouraging them to come back and graduate.
I have gotten some re-enrolled this year, actually, and I have gotten some hooked up with eSchool to get their diploma, and then I've gotten some hooked up with the GED program. So hopefully they'll follow through. But I feel my job is to provide them with those options and resources, and then encourage them that somebody cares and we want them to complete something successfully.
It's tough work.
No, the phone number that we have for her is no longer in service.
But it can also be very rewarding when the JCPS team finds a family that just needed some guidance on how to get their student enrolled, or a student hears from a caring adult and agrees to get re-engaged with their school.
So I really feel like we have to get these kids in school. If we just let them do what they want to do and they're at 13, that's 5 years of no education. They're never going to get a job. They're not going to be productive citizens of our society. And if we want our society to change and be better for kids and people and families, then we have to educate these children.
Students and teachers at WEB DuBois Academy get hands-on experience with next-generation technology at the school's new Verizon Innovative Learning Lab.
3, 2, 1.
On behalf of the DuBois Academy, we are very humbled and blessed to have you all with us. We are the third school in JCPS to have this opportunity. As we all know, people talk about income gaps, they talk about wealth gaps, but one thing that's often left out is that digital divide. Not only are we getting a Verizon Innovative Learning Lab school, we also have the opportunity to be a Verizon one-on-one school, so all of our students receive an iPad each and every year.
This lab means another opportunity to create something that we won't normally get at any other school. And this gives me the opportunity to pursue my dreams. If I wanted to be a technology person when I grow up, maybe be some kind of developer of something. And who knows, we might make a better 3D printer when I get older.
Just inside this lab, Louisville students will benefit from resources that are powered by a next-gen, emerging technology-infused curriculum that includes augmented reality, virtual reality, and 3D printing. The lab at the Academy will support students as they explore opportunities to change the world by leveraging technology, social innovation, and design thinking to impact their community.
In middle school, before I came to DuBois Academy, I struggled to stay focused and I didn't get as much work done as I do now. I think being on the tech team has been very positive. It has changed everything for me in my mindset and actions, in the way I do assignments and the way I learn. In the future, I want to achieve my goals to be a software engineer, and being on the tech team has helped me improve my coding skills and other skills that I need to know.
These three high-tech labs that we have in JCPS accentuate and promote all three of JCPS's pillars of success: racial equity, culture and climate, and the backpack of success skills. All three of these schools have high percentages of Black and minority students who are very often left out of the STEM fields. We hope that these opportunities will open those doors and spark interest in not only for today, but also well into the future.
I feel like I can show my skills to you guys, and I can show what I've been learning here, and that we're actually taking our time and learning how to do the stuff instead of just playing around.
Hall of Fame running back Marshall Faulk talked to student athletes and coaches at Fairdale High School about the value of being part of a team.
We're at Fairdale High School and we are welcoming the NFL Pro Football Hall of Fame. Part of a Hall of Famer program, Marshall Faulk is coming to visit and meet our student athletes today to talk about the importance that athletics plays in building character and life skills.
You're going to have doubts. It's hard to not allow them to creep in, but it's how do you manage the doubts? And you manage the doubts by managing expectation.
The kids are excited about meeting someone who can talk to them about how what they really love to do helps build character and build skills that'll be useful long after school.
Your environment and your living situation doesn't define you. My mom and dad, they were who they were. I can't be them. But my goal was to live a better life because that's why they worked so hard. That's why they did everything that they did, to provide me the opportunity to have a better life.
It's great to be considered for a program like that to come visit us.
I love competition. I love competing. Whether someone was better than me or they were considered the best, I wanted to compete against them. And then when I was the best, it was me competing against me. I think that's the part that gets missed is, at some point in time, if you continue to strive and let's say you become the best, how do you then continue to ascend? Because most people rest on their laurels. It's like, okay, I'm the best, now what? Well, you have to then compete against yourself.
Thank you to all of those who made the annual Take What You Can Tote event a success at the 15th District PTA Clothing Assistance Program.
These are for the taking, and feel free to get some for yourself and for other relatives you might want.
We are at the 15th District PTA Clothing Assistance Program, which is a partnership between JCPS Diversity, Equity, Poverty, and the PTA. Take What You Can Tote is an annual event we host for the community. So it allows us to share all the donations and blessings, and we're happy to share with people.
Yeah, the kids' toy, we are happy to get the kids' toy. Yeah, clothes, a lot of stuff.
I got clothes and toys and other stuff. I can't count.
Before this event opens, there will be hundreds of people outside. They will be lined up, ready to come in because they know it's worth their time. There is something at this event for every age group and every interest. And a lot of what we're giving out is brand new. So if you're a man, we have brand new men's shirts in whatever size you wear, name brand stuff. If you're a woman, we have clothing, we have new shoes, new snow boots, some off-season stuff like sandals. If you're a child who's coming with your parents, we have a whole child section at the end. So we will give you an art set. We'll give you new brushes, new canvas, new paint. We have books, we have toys, we have costume items.
Mommy, put that in the bag.
Oh, you want this one in your bag? I'm looking for clothes for my oldest kids, some pajamas for school.
Mostly shoes and clothes. They were looking for a Christmas sweater to wear to school.
We are distributing things that all parents would like to see on their children. It gives pride, it gives dignity. Everybody deserves a new clothing article that they're proud of, or that is kind of fun or fashionable or makes them feel like they have a special bounce in their step, and that's what we do.
My goodness, I came to find me some sweaters and some clothes, and I end up with little everything. I got a crop top, things for my grandbabies. I am just so blessed. Thank y'all so much.
Western High School debuted its Heine Brothers coffee shop in their school. The school has partnered with the company and offers business training for students. The students learn about entrepreneurship, finances, hiring, customer service, and of course, delicious coffee drinks. Congratulations to Ballard Cinematography and Video Production Pathway students Stellan Johnson and Sarah Lamb. They won prize money for their first and third places in the Regional Better Business Bureau Heroes for Trust PSA video competition. Check out Stellan's cool stop-motion video. Thanks for watching our show. You can find entire episodes on our JCPS YouTube page. Until next time, keep supporting our kids.